Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a little update and also tell you a funny little story about the slightly awkward couples massage that I had. So first of all, happy late 4th of July. I hope you all had an amazing and very safe time. I did get back from my cruise with Julian, which was amazing. We went on a Caribbean cruise. We had a blast. So many fun memories and cool things happened on that trip. I do have a few other videos about it if you want to check out the fashion I was wearing. I'll try to insert some of like our highlights, I guess, from that. It was just gorgeous. I got to go to Megan's Bay, which is where I was conceived. So I've mentioned this before, but I wasn't conceived in the bay, but like while my parents were on a trip in Megan's Bay of St. Thomas. So that was pretty cool. We got to do the sea trek, which was incredible, like under the water, walking around with all the fish and everything. We did a little kayak in the bay, which was super fun, and then a little sail on the catamaran, and then just also kind of touring around the islands and seeing everything, and then of course just spending time together and getting all dressed up. It was just a blast and we had the most amazing time. So tomorrow I am headed to Montreal to go ahead and spend time with my boyfriend and his family. He's training, getting ready for the hockey season, so it's gonna be really a fun time. And if you're from Montreal and you have any recommendations on where I should go, places I should see, restaurants, anything fun, bars, anything cool that I definitely just have to check out, please let me know, or feel free to message me on Instagram because I'm gonna be there for quite a while and I always answer my DMs and I love to talk with you guys and you all give me amazing advice and suggestions, so I would really appreciate that. Of course, my boyfriend is from there, so he has a lot of places he wants to show me, but you know, being girls, I feel like sometimes we know what we're looking for, so I think if you guys have any suggestions, I would absolutely love to hear them. So yes, that's pretty much it for my updates. Again, I am still working on my store. I know it's been a while, but just between going back and forth to Montreal and then also when we're going to be moving for his hockey season and everything, it's just been a little up in the air and it's been a little hectic, but I am working on some really cool stuff that I cannot wait to show you guys. I think it's really gonna blow your minds, and it's something that I've just been putting a lot of time and effort into, and I feel like there's no rush. I feel like, you know, when the time is right, I will release everything and you guys will enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you so much for all the support. You guys have been so kind to me, especially on Instagram. Like, so many of you are so nice to me on there. It just like blows my mind and it makes me feel just so lucky that I have this amazing community of girls that are so beautiful, so fashionable, so kind, so intelligent, so loving. I really get so much enjoyment out of actually messaging back and forth with you guys on Instagram. A lot of you come to me with your problems in your relationships or just advice, and it's really cool to like put a face to the viewers and to actually have that connection with you guys, and it just means the world, and it's something that will never like stop humbling me ever. So just always know that, and always remember that I read everything that you guys write, and the fact that you take the time to actually do that is incredible and so special to me. I did want to also mention the background. Yes, I made this. If you guys are like an OG viewer, you've been watching me since like my Megan Hart's makeup days, which has been a long time, like 8 years, like really a long time I've been on YouTube. You guys remember when I would make these backgrounds? So yes, this one is so gorgeous. All these pink like roses and stuff. It's so pretty. I honestly, like, I'm not having a baby anytime soon, but when I have like a nursery, if I ever have a baby girl, I want to like do a whole wall and like roses like this. I think it's so pretty, and in real life it's stunning. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous and I'm obsessed with it, and like I want to do an entire wall covered in roses, but we'll see about that. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my awkward couples massage story. I actually have some like video footage and pictures I can insert, not a ton, but it's a quick little story, but I thought you guys would get a kick out of it, and maybe I could hear if you guys have ever had similar situations like this. So as I did mention, I went on a cruise with my boyfriend, and one day we decided to go get a couples massage in the spa. We thought it would be romantic and nice, and I will say it was awesome. There was no problem with it. This was honestly more me than anything, so no shade to them at all. They did an amazing job, but I personally have actually never gotten a massage before, like a formal massage, so this was like a different experience. Again, my boyfriend being an athlete, they do it kind of often just for their muscle recovery and all that kind of stuff, so he wasn't like nervous about it or anything, but I kind of was. Just, I don't know, the idea of it was just kind of freaking me out a little bit, but the fact that he was with me made me feel very comfortable, and of course, again, the girls that did it were incredible. They did a great job, but basically we had to go in and we went to our little locker rooms, and they told us to undress and put on our robes, and I guess there's like etiquette with massages. I don't know if you're supposed to get completely naked, but I did not. I like kept on my thong, and then I took my bra off because she was going to be doing my back and stuff, so I felt like if I'm laying on the table, like that's fine, whatever. I don't know if some people get completely naked, but that's, I don't know, maybe that's a little weird, I guess. I don't know, I can't imagine. But so anyways, I did that, and then of course my boyfriend had on his boxers and no shirt so they could do the massage. And so there were two girls that were going to be massaging us, and we were in the room side by side, and we had to lay down so we couldn't see anything, but we could hear all the music and we kind of smell the candles and everything. So it was very romantic, very relaxing. We could hear all the ocean outside, all the waves and stuff. And so like I said, one girl was more in charge on the massage and one girl wasn't really talking the whole time. So the one that was more in charge did have a very thick accent, and it was a little bit hard to understand what she was saying, but I pretty much got the gist of it. So she was like directing us like to roll over, to like turn, and like she would like turn away and we could like flip over and like put the sheets on us and all that kind of stuff. If you've gotten a massage, you know there's like protocol with it on how they like drape you and stuff, just so you're not like exposed and so that you feel comfortable. So we go through the whole massage, everything was fine. Personally, I think massage for me, it doesn't do much for me. Like I didn't feel like I got a ton of benefit out of it, versus I was very just like aware that someone was like touching me. So I don't know personally if it's like my type of thing, but I know there are some people that swear by massages, they love it, it's what they do and it relaxes them and that's great for you. So once we were done, we are, again, mind you, our eyes are closed and like our heads are down, and they grab our hands. And at first when she grabbed my hand, I knew it wasn't Julian's hand because it was like a small little soft hand. He of course is a big guy. I know his hands are larger than that. So at first I was like a little weird. I was like, why is she holding my hand? Like I was like confused because she like held it for like a while and she was kind of like massaging my knuckles, and I was like, okay. And then she like pushed it over towards Julian's hand, and again, I think he thought the same thing. The girl that was doing his massage was doing the same thing. So he was like resisting the hand. Like he didn't want to like grab her hand because he didn't know it was actually my hand. And the same thing happened to me. So that was like awkward. Like when they put our hands together in like a nice embrace to be like a romantic end to the massage, we were both like not touching each other's hands because we didn't know that that's what was going on, because like we can't see and we're like whatever. So that happens, and then again, mind you, we're still laying down, and the one that's in charge says, okay, I'm gonna leave the room now, and she said, put on your robes and sit in the bathtub and I'll come back. And we were like, okay. And so she left, and like we got up and we looked at each other for a second and we're like, the bathtub. And I didn't even realize this when I came into the room, but there were two like places where they were doing the massage, two tables, and then there was a bathtub right there. And this was like a very nice spot, like nothing sketchy, nothing weird. But we were like, what? So then we were really, really confused. So we put on our robes and we got into the bathtub with no water in it, mind you. It's just empty. And we're just sitting in there like this, you know, with our robes on, and we're like, what is going on? And she said she was coming back. So on the one hand, I thought, okay, maybe we're going into the bathtub and we're gonna like rinse off like the oil she put on us, and like we get to have like a couple's bath. Like, okay, that's romantic, I guess. I don't know. I was like really, really confused and really nervous because she said she was coming back. So then I was trying to think like, are we gonna have to do like some weird like couples therapy something in the bath? Like I had no idea what was gonna happen, and I was like very, very confused. So then she walks back in with the other girl, and they look at us in the bathtub and their eyes are just like huge, and they burst out laughing, and Julie and I just look at each other and we're like, what is going on here? And then they were like, no, 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 we said sit on the back of the table, not in the bathtub. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I misunderstood you. I felt so incredibly embarrassed, but relieved that we weren't having to do any like bathtub stuff. And that was just like my awkward couples massage. So then like the rest of that whole little talk afterwards, she was trying to like sell us products and stuff. It was just so awkward, and I couldn't keep a straight face because I was like, we literally were just like sitting in the bathtub with our full robes on, like literally, like we thought that was what was gonna happen. Like I don't know what I was thinking, but it was so weird. And like in my mind I knew this was wrong, but I also swore that's what she said. So I was like, I really don't know. Now when I told some people this story, they just thought it was absolutely hilarious. So I did go ahead and take a picture of that bathtub because I was really wondering like, why is there a bathtub in this room? Like I'm confused. You know, it'd be something totally different if there was no bathtub, and I thought she said that, and then I opened my eyes and there's nothing in the room, but there legit was a bathtub like 2 feet from where we were. So I was like, maybe that's what we were supposed to do. I don't know. If you have ever been on a cruise and you've been in one of those couple massages and you have seen the little like whirlpool bathtub in the room, what is that for? Like I don't know, maybe it's some other type of thing, but that was not for our couples massage, and we thought it was. It was very awkward, and I thought it was a little funny story, but not a big enough story to make its own video, so I wanted to throw it into this little update. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I gotta go ahead and pack now because I'm off to Montreal tomorrow, so I'll see you guys soon. Again, make sure to keep up with me on Instagram and Twitter for all of my updates. I'll be posting stories and pictures and stuff, and you can follow along with my travels throughout Montreal. So that's it for today's video. I love and thank you guys, and I'll see you later.